Good morning and welcome to the Part of the Noob Show. I'm Jay Gotti. The man next to me is the OptimusMagnum. Hope you guys had a great week. We've been putting together some news for you guys this week to share through the show. Also, featuring a special guest today. So you want to make sure you stay tuned in for that. Um, Everybody listening today on the Twitch channel and watching us, thank you for being here. Obviously, we have a big following on YouTube as well that watches it when it's more convenient for you later in the week. We'll have that out Monday morning like normal. We appreciate you as well. Don't forget, if you want to listen and not actually have the video, you can download us wherever podcasts are downloaded as well. Look underneath Good Game Report. Part of the Noob Show is in there. I always do a sound check later in the week and listen to it as well, as I like to listen back to the show to give myself feedback and maybe sometimes Optimus. Speaking of Optimus, how you doing today, buddy? How's this week been treating you? What's going on?
I'm really happy that you said you like to hear my voice, like to hear me on the podcast. It's great. I appreciate you, man. My week has been good. Other than yesterday, my phone broke, so I had to get a new phone. So that was an event. But yeah, I was forced by Google to have to buy a new phone. They forced my hand. I was not happy. And do not give me the Apple versus Android thing. I don't want to hear it. It has nothing to do with Android. It has to do with Google being money hungry.
I was going to say this Apple phone has never bricked, and none of mine.
I've never had a problem with a phone ever in my life until yesterday. Now the phone's fine. I will fix it, and I will sell it because that's what I do. But I'm very mad at Google for what they did to me, and I ended up getting a Samsung phone because of it. I cheated on them.
It's technology. It's
cool
made
phone,
by
though.
humans. It's going to be imperfect.
Flips up and opens. Look at that.
Ooh,
isn't that cool?
snazzy.
Yeah. Very, very, very nice.
I'm kind of envious of that folding screen. That looks nice, but it's nice and compact. When you
Let's
put
hope
it
it doesn't break.
Well, I'm envious up in the point where it breaks.
Yeah, I got insurance this time. There's no way. If something breaks, it will be fixed.
Got to get all Shurion insurance going. You're covered.
Yes.
All right. Well,
how's your week?
Pretty good. Work was kind of crazy this week. It was really busy. Required a lot more of my time than normal. So there's that. But it was an average week. We pumped out some more shorts on YouTube. Earlier this week, if you didn't catch it in socials, we did celebrate going over 200,000 views on the channel. So that was pretty cool. We're pushing right on to 225 and keeping stepping. Been partnering with Malgenics a little bit with each other, kind of mention each other in YouTube videos and whatnot. He's been live streaming, been a couple live streams of his, and he's putting sub goals in there. Like every 10 subs he gets on YouTube on the live stream, he's spinning the wheel of unfortunate happenings. I can't remember what it's called, but it's where he does just disgusting things. Remember the first stream we got to choose, so nobody would pick something. So you know what I put in there? Eat a can of wet cat food.
And he'll do it too. That's the thing.
He's done it before. And I've seen that, and it's the look that that all that happens. It's all real and it happens.
You could see the pain in his eyes.
So much pain. And I just remember that from a past subathon that he had on Twitch, and I was like, you know what? We got to put that on the wheel chat. And nobody opposed. They were just like, no, that's it. That's what we're doing. So the wheel has to spin and land on there sometime in the next 2 weeks. So if you haven't been to Malgenics' live stream on YouTube, do it. If you haven't subbed to his account, wait till the live stream and then sub him, because the counter goes up to 10, then we get a wheel spin, and we have a chance at Malgenics eating some wet cat food right out of the can there.
He does some crazy stuff. I've seen him do some crazy things. Oh, real quick. If you haven't had a chance, check out the Good Game Report Instagram or Good Game Report TikTok, because there's a video of our own producer, Mr. Peter Bite.
Sure
and
is.
He gets scared. Like somebody literally scares him. It's the actual character within the game, scares him to death. And you can see, I've never seen fear in the eyes of someone before. Like they literally saw a ghost, but he literally saw a ghost in the game and he freaked out. and you could see it in there. I wish that video had more views because it was so authentic. Because you could see the realism in his eyes, how scared he was
It
during
was the
that.
Hulk, the body tensed up. It kind of started
Yes,
to
his
turn a little
body
bit.
tensed up. He did the like he couldn't even like his breath was barely coming out. Like as if you ever try to scream in
Oh.
your dreams and you can't scream in your dream. You're like, and you can't project anything. That was Peter. Peter's oh, the noise he made.
It was great. Yeah, it was. That's a
Yeah,
great clip. If
he
you
was
haven't, Tony,
genuinely scared.
that's an
Yeah,
excellent recommendation. Absolutely excellent recommendation. If you haven't caught up to it, Good Game Report. Go out there on TikTok or on Instagram and check it out. You will
yeah.
not be sorry that you took time in your day to go do that.
You
In
might
fact, you may
watch it a few times like
multiple
I did.
times also. 'Cause I think it's edited to where it comes in as slow mo then too, and you get to watch it
Yes,
real
you could,
speed and
yeah,
slow mo.
it repeats his just
I need to take that
poor
out and
Peter.
use that as a soundbite in my own stream.
Yes,
Underscore underscore. That's a good idea. I like it.
yes.
Somebody
Cool. Well, we
whisper
got
my
some
Twitch.
updates, right?
Somebody whisper my Twitch channel and tell me to put in the Peter bite sound as a sound
Yes.
on my stream, please. Thank you.
Yes. Please help Gotti out. But we got some GGR updates. So the first one is our very own Geek Corner. I have some unfortunate news about it, unfortunately. Geek Corner is usually awesome news because I love retro so much, but unfortunately, Geek Corner is going to be on a little bit of an extended break. Not sure when it's coming back. I would stay tuned to the GGR updates for that. There's the Geek Corner channel there. Stay tuned for updates. There might be times where somebody might pop on and play some games or something like that. It could happen, but just stay tuned on the GGR for that. But right now, Geek Corner's on a little bit of an extended break and not sure when it's coming back. We'll figure out if we're going to do anything else on Mondays, but we'll let you know, of course, in Discord. Also, Tuesdays, the Genix and Toodles show. One of my favorite things to watch when I can catch it. It's kind of hard for me to catch it sometimes because I have my own things on Tuesday nights, unfortunately, with my wife that we do. But the guys will be doing a lot of different things every Tuesday. Stay in tune with the mothership in Discord, obviously, to find out what they're up to next. Tuesdays at you never know what time. So that's why you have to pay attention to the mothership so you know what time they're coming on. And join us, Miles and Toodle McBooty will be back for another great show. They've done some crazy stuff, and then afterwards they raid somebody, and it's just an all-around good time. And you think Miles is crazy, pair him with Toodles, it gets even crazier. So these two together are just knuckleheads, and they go crazy all day long, and I absolutely love it. It's a fun thing to watch, so watch it when you can.
They played Faz last Tuesday, and I think we have a contestant with Peter. We needed to do a dual stream. With Peter and Toodles, because Peter and Toodles are horrifically afraid of scares, jump scares, etc. I thought Peter was scared of this stuff. I think Toodles might have had to change his pants after the show. I think it legitimately he might have had to go take a shower and find different attire to sleep in that night. So what I'm thinking here is, and it's been mentioned in social media already, Toodles and Pete getting together doing something of the scary variety. I think that it would just go over the top at that point. So I'm just throwing that out there for more people to be able to hear, get some rallying around that idea. We'll see what comes of it. All right, continuing on with GGR updates. As you know, every 4 weeks or so, we crown a new gamer showcase. So today will be the day that we say farewell to Poppy's reign. She's wore the crown well. She's been in there a lot, and when she's been able to keep her streaming schedule up with work and that kind of stuff, getting a couple in a week, have had a lot of good clips. And she's actually been part of the top 10 here recently too, which was just mortifying. The last one I think that came out actually, but we're gonna go ahead and tip the cap to her and send her packing, for lack of better words, because it's time for a new gamer showcase. So today, after this PTN show, we'll be flipping it over to Rex 705, strong member of our Discord. Give him a hand. He's always playing the crazy Doom stuff like Ultralight. That's another pairing that we'd like to see. Fellas, get together, figure it out. How do you guys play Doom simultaneously together or something? I think it'd be great content. They both absolutely slay that game and those types of games. So hats off to Rex 705 is going to be the new gamer showcase all in the PTN show today. Speaking of
And
top, oh, go ahead.
don't forget, Gamer Showcase is a really cool thing because
It
during
is.
the Gamer Showcase, Poppy actually got affiliate.
Yes.
So that was a really good thing. You know, these things are awesome. We try to help the community out the best we can, and Gamer Showcase is a way to do it. You take over for like a week or two or whatever, how long it is. And you saw Poppy did her thing. She got, she gained a lot more viewership in there, and then she got her affiliate. She got her affiliate pretty quick.
We got to better know her as a community as well,
Yep.
and vice versa, interacting that channel. So, like, I was running it through with Rex the other day. Like, this is your opportunity to get to know more people, and for more people to get to know you. Right? It's your
Yep.
channel for 4 weeks. It's going to be yours. Do what you want with it. You'll get in what you put out. So, it's an awesome spot. I'm glad you brought that up, Tony. I was just right over the top of that sucker. It's an awesome spot that the GGR does in the Discord, just to be able to feature someone in there, give them the opportunity to get to better know everybody, and likewise the other way. So, weekly top 10 came out this week. We're back after taking a week off. Week 73 has been out. If you haven't checked it out, please go out there and do it. Got 5 different shorts of lots of different kinds of clips. Lots of different kinds of clips. You know how you get there, Tony? How do you get the video in the first place? Do you have an idea?
You got to submit your clips, and it's weekly top 10 clips. It's
What?
actually right there for them to see. I think
all you
so,
have
right
to
here.
do is submit your clip.
Right here. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
In the Discord where it says
Well,
weekly top 10 clips?
You got to record or play or stream, then make the clip, and then submit the clip.
Or
Or
just use your Twitch
if
clip.
somebody else makes a clip for you, take that clip, submit that clip.
So you take the Control-C, you copy it, and then you go into that part of the Discord, you hit Control-V, and you paste it. And that's it?
That's it.
Job's done.
It's crazy. Who would have thunk it'd be that easy, you know?
If you guys, seriously, if you're not taking advantage of the top 10, please do it. Not only do we feature people who put clips in there in our weekly top 10 here on YouTube, which gets exposure. A couple weeks ago, we had the 2 in the 1 went over 8,000 views. How the way are you going to get 8,000 views of your content, right? Most of us are not probably doing that. The other thing is Miles Jennings goes out there in socials and he clips those up into individuals, and he does a streamer of the day out there on TikTok, Instagram, gives you the spotlight out there in social media using the power of the GGR account too. So it's a win-win for everybody here. We like to support the community and help you guys grow and get your notoriety out there. But as well, like, it's so easy. All you got to do is put the clip in there. We'll do the rest, right? All you've got to do is take the follows that come in from it and the additional people that they're more interested in your content as a result. So please go out there, support the top 10 as well. Give it a watch. It comes out. We did one early release this week, but it's usually at 1 Eastern, 12 Central. Just pop in there and take 60 seconds and chill. Watch it. Give some feedback or some kudos to somebody in the comments. If Tony or Peter in there, bravo. If I'm in there, boo at me. I don't care. It's all good, right? But the more you support the clips themselves, the more notoriety they get. The clip gets bigger. The short gets out there in the shorts feed, and it gives the opportunity for the community to get more views. So, excellent thing to support. If you want to do one thing a week to support the community, that's the best bang for our buck. Get the comments in there. So I think that's all for our GGR updates for today, which brings us to a very special time. We have a special guest today. We've been teasing it for a couple weeks. She's here. I can see her in camera on the left side of my face right over here on the screen. Our producer, Peter Bite's going to be bringing her in a second. Everybody, welcome in Mittens to the Part of the Noob Show. Mittens, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How about y'all? Thank you for having me.
And just having our normal cluster in the morning of me and Tony being boomers trying to do a talk show. So,
Yep. It's that boomer life, I'm all about it.
The boomer life is real and it's strong.
Yes.
All right. We got Mittens here on the show. So Mittens, what we're going to do, and for everybody in the chat and those watching maybe the first time on YouTube, we're going to ask Mittens a series of questions. We've got some pre-planned ones that we've sent to her so she can be a little bit prepared. We're going to pop in with some questions that she doesn't expect. And then we're going to have our rapid fire mailbag where we go through some quick fire questions and she can make some popular or unpopular opinions depending on what you view it as. And then we'll close up, let her plug her socials, that kind of stuff too, because it's all about Mittens right now. Mittens, are you ready for us to start the questions?
I hope so.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure you're probably fine. All right. First question. I'll go. What is the first video game that you remember playing? What's the very first one?
So it'd be Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on
Ooh.
Sega. My brother would sometimes let me play because it was his system. And I got to be Tails, and of course he was Sonic. That's the only times we kind of got along. Was that or him beating me up on Mortal Kombat?
What, brother and sister? The only time they get along is gaming?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Very fair. Good game. What made you want to be a content creator? Were there any influences that stirred you that way? I've been in your Twitch streams. They're great streams, right? You're very good at interacting with your audience and whatnot, and with the chat. What made you want to do that, and what influenced you to do so?
Just the love of video games in general. I love to bring people together who like the same things and talk
Mhm.
about it and get to know other people. I have a lot of friends who play, go to conventions and stuff like that. And we're like, let's get together and let's play some games.
Yeah, why not? What kind of conventions have you been to?
Like NecoCon, KatsuCon. I want to go to TwitchCon eventually. A
Sure.
couple other places like that, but of course, like cosplay conventions.
Oh, that was my
Ah,
next question. So that was as soon as she said something con, something con, something, I was like, wait a second. Did you cosplay? And what did you cosplay?
This year I'll be Pikachu. I've been Mimikyu, and I'll probably be a special one from Demon Slayer, but I haven't really told many people.
oh, it's
Nice.
out now. You
Oh,
just said it
it's
live on
out
the part
now.
of the noob
Yeah.
show.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. I don't know what you can get me into a costume of. Yeah, I don't know. You just have to be Jay Gotti for a costume for myself. Too large a man to be something else. If it could be the Hulk, you could spray paint me green or something.
Heck yeah.
Um, yeah. So one more question from me, and then we'll have Tony ask you some questions as well. If you were only able to play one video game for the rest of your life, what would that game be? And tell us why.
I would say probably Final Fantasy 14. Because of all the many things you can do, the life you can pretty much just make in there with houses and friends and all the different quests. I'd probably be able to live in that lifestyle for the rest of my life.
How many hours would you say you have in on that game?
Not as many as I want.
Not as many as you want. So if it could be a full time, I play it all day, every day, that would be something you would do definitely then.
Yes. Yeah.
Right on.
You like Borderlands too. She's been streaming a lot of Borderlands.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm like a huge fan of that game.
I'm trying to 100% it.
Oh wow.
Be quite
Yeah,
the
that's
accomplishment.
that's really awesome. Yeah, there's so much stuff in that game that you can get and so much things you can do. It's crazy. We just started playing that, him and I.
Which
So
one? 3?
2.
2.
Ooh.
Ah, that's my
Yeah.
favorite story.
Yeah. 2's really good. Yeah. I wanted him to experience it. And Peter and I and him have been playing it. Well, we played it once. We was trying to we had to get together to be able to play. Our schedules are really hardcore, but yeah. But Borderlands 2 is such a fun game. And I think right now you're on the prequel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played
A dope
2,
game.
3, did the prequel. Eventually I'll play with the first one.
Yeah.
I'm going on
I,
different orders.
everybody lately, I don't know what it is, but everybody loves Final Fantasy 14.
Well,
Like
the new
I've been hearing
Endwalkers is
so
coming
much of it.
out.
The new what?
The Endwalkers game, like, the extension is coming out.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I'm hearing so much about it. Because my goodness, I've never seen so many people talk about Final Fantasy 14 so much before ever. There's so many people screaming and playing it.
And it sounds like I'll be honest, I'm a boomer. I haven't played it since like 7 when I played that back on my PlayStation. And I love
Yeah,
that game. Absolutely love that game.
yeah.
I just didn't follow it forward. And now it sounds like it's more of an open world kind of, you can kind of a little bit more of a interactive RPG where you can get out there and interact with other people that are also playing the game online. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that one specifically is online. Excuse me. But there is the other ones that they come out about every once a year or so with that's just the, one-on-one RPG game.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, my bad.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I
quick
looking
silence.
at the other question there, and I'm like, oh, he still got one more question. All right. So tell us something about tell us about something that you are absolutely obsessed with.
RPGs. I love RPGs. They're my favorite genre of video game. Anything with a great story, something I can delve into, anything I can dress up as a fox in. Like that's the stuff I like.
You like
Prerequisite had
fox?
to
So
be
you
blue.
like fox?
Oh, I love foxes. That's all my little emotes and
Mhm. It
Very
is.
cool. All right, what is something that is considered popular now that annoys you?
I guess those I'm gonna bring in since I'm a parent, the squishy toys that kids get. I can't stand those things. They're everywhere. They smell weird. The kids want to
So
buy tons of them and then they rip them up and they're done within a day. Like,
Or they put them in their mouths
ooh, yeah, it's
and they bite them.
disgusting.
It drives me. I know exactly what you're talking about. It drives me absolutely bonkers when they give. Why do they give them to our kids?
No clue, no clue. And then they want to trade them and then they get dirty and get hair all over them. Like, and
are
they
these
want
like
them.
modern day Beanie Babies or something?
They're like little jelly squishy thingies.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
And they
weird.
gross.
do they
Yeah,
pop and like ooze crap out of them too, or
No, no, it's
no?
just like a little squishy.
Wow.
yeah, it's a weird thing. My kids get them all the time from their grandparents and from just random people just giving them. I'm like, why do you keep giving them this stuff? Like, and it always goes in my son's mouth and rips,
Ooh, yeah.
and I have to take
Oh,
it away and throw it in the garbage every time.
sounds gross. You can tell I only have four-legged kids.
Yeah.
They would probably do the
Spe-
same thing though. They put it in their mouth and they tear
They do. I
it.
definitely wouldn't want them to do that because it sounds like they'd eat them.
Mhm.
so speaking of kids, now that you have kids, now that I know you have kids, I didn't even know you had a kid, but given their age, are you going to be sharing and playing video games with them, or do you already do that, or?
I have 4 stepkids. So, one of them, he's just turned 13, so I could play video games with him, but he likes Fortnite,
Mm,
Mm,
and I don't like
we're sorry.
Fortnite.
We're sorry. We're sorry to
Yeah,
anybody listening that likes Fortnite, but we're sorry.
like, you
yeah.
can hear him just he's got so toxic, and I just can't.
Do they think it's cool that you stream?
Yeah, they ask me about it all the time. Of course, it's an adult stream mostly, so I tell them they can't watch it yet.
Oh,
But
that's good.
because yeah, there's conversations we have that I'm like, yeah, y'all aren't old enough to watch this.
Yeah, I hear you.
But
Stuff with kids.
I do play like Animal Crossing with the small ones. Because they love to go to my island and stuff like that, and I'll give them things in that game. Hopefully I can get them into playing like Pokemon.
Mm.
I heard that Animal Crossing just got news. There's a huge update coming.
Oh yeah, like
My
there's
wife plays it, but she's been getting bored with it. But I saw somebody in a Discord community say that it just got announced that there's a huge update coming. They had reason to play the game again.
Mm.
Heck yeah. Well, I mean, Halloween's coming up, so they have all the new stuff coming
Ah,
in that you can make and decorate. So, yeah, the kids are having fun playing on their islands doing that right now.
right on.
If you could change one thing in gaming, what would it be and why?
I would say like the money grab, like the Xbox Gold and Game Pass and all that other stuff. Like, why can't we just have one solid payment and go from there? Like, not everybody can get the video game and the Game Pass and everything else.
Mm.
It's not possible. If they want to play online, what if they don't have the money that month for Gold or PS Plus and stuff like that? Like they don't have it. I think
Yeah.
it's not fair.
Yeah, I think gaming should be online should be free as well. Like if
Yeah.
you're gaming with your friends, it should be free. You shouldn't have to pay to play that. I know PC it is, but like for other things, yeah, you shouldn't have to pay monthly to play with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about all the time on the show of the revenues of companies that make video games and how much just oodles and gobs of money. It seems like it could be a little more affordable, and that you'd have more people that were actually gaming and getting into titles and services if they just made it more affordable for the end user. You know.
Yeah.
I have one more question. I know you're like I follow you on Instagram and I follow you on other places too. Obviously, I've seen your streams and stuff. I know you're like a big advocate for like mental health and everything. like what advice would you give to people like that stream or that like do the things that we're all doing here on social media to deal with that along with you know time for yourself and your mental health?
Definitely always take the time for yourself. If you don't feel like streaming that night, don't do it. You don't need to put yourself into a deeper situation where you just feel like it's more stress, gives you more anxiety. You need to take that time for yourself and just be honest about it. People understand. I mean, it's still something that, is frowned upon and people don't talk about it, but talk about it. We need to know, and everybody needs to share it because we love you. Like, you need to find the people that actually have the same thought processes, and this streaming community is one of them. We
Mm,
all struggle with something, and you can find somebody to vent to.
Yep. Well said. Thank you.
absolutely. Good Game Report Discord is a great place for that. We got all kinds of people in there, all walks and talks, and different kinds of game players, and just reach out, right? There's
Yeah.
all of us. All of us are here for everybody. I know I've got a good ear, and I won't judge you. I'll just I'll open my ears if anybody needs that. I know many of us are the same exact way, but we're here to support each other, and make sure that you have an avenue to talk to somebody if you need to. Thanks for
Yeah,
sharing, Mittens. That was great.
you're welcome.
All right. Next step is what we call our rapid fire mailbag. We're going to go in and we're going to hit you with a whole bunch of kind of this or that questions.
Okay.
So, have some conviction. Pick the one you really feel the strongest about. And if you want to share anything, you got some funny details around why that is what it is, or maybe you might think it's an unpopular opinion. Feel free to defend yourself as well. We may pick at you a little bit too, depending on what you pick as well. So, just throwing that out there. So I'll go ahead and get the first 10 started, and Tony will wrap up with the second half. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice. That's not an
Ooh.
uncommon answer, but we'll take it. Star Trek. Tell me about Star Trek. How does one get into the Trek?
So it was back in the day when TV was actually awesome. So,
Mm-hmm.
I would be on TV late at night. Didn't have anything else to do. All the old shows would come on at that time. Didn't have, the want to sleep as a kid. So I would
Right.
watch like that, the old Zorro, like Mickey Mouse Club, everything that would come on, I would
All right.
watch it. And I just love Star Trek. I love the story behind it and everything.
Have you ever been to any kind of a Star Trek convention?
I've been to a convention that had some people in it from cosplaying as Star Trek
Oh,
people, but, like,
okay.
it wasn't specifically Star Trek.
All
Mm.
right. Very good. That's sorry. I had to break that one open because that's usually not what we hear people say. We like to keep that one
Yeah.
around because that's such
Well,
a
That one shocked me.
really, you thought Star Wars? No, no, I can't because
Everybody so far, I think everybody has always just said Star Wars.
that's the
it's
most popular one.
it's the popular choice, right? So to hear
Yeah.
Star Trek, we were like, oh, tell me more.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
All right. Next up, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? I think I already know the answer.
Mortal Kombat.
Right. If you're playing with bro
Yeah.
earlier on, then definitely
Yep.
Mortal Kombat's the answer. Here's the next one. Food question. Cheeseburger or taco?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Okay. Now this one, 3 options. Breakfast items. Pancake, waffle, or French toast?
Pancake.
Pancake. All right. Here, Tony may have some ideas about this one.
Oh
We heard
my
about his phone
goodness.
breaking. iOS or Android?
Android all the way.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I knew I followed
Another
you. I
one.
knew I followed you all the time for a reason, Mittens.
Where's that unfollow button?
No!
No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. You decide to have whatever kind of phone you want to have. You have that experience. How about it? How about this? Would you rather have a mansion in the suburbs or a cabin in the mountains?
The mountains, definitely.
Very fair.
Mm.
Attend a party or host the party?
Ah, attend it
There was some
because
struggle there.
well, hosting it, I like to do it, but it's just so much work.
It is a lot of work. All right. Next thing about beverages. Would you rather have crushed ice in your beverage or cubed ice?
Crushed.
Crushed.
Sonic Ice.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, there we go. We'll just be specific about it. Go ahead and
Yeah.
get the free Sonic plug out there. Crushed ice is amazing. Couldn't agree
Mm.
more. Vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
And if you could go on a vacation right now, and we just gave you a trip, give you tickets for the fam to take off somewhere, where would that be?
Right now?
Right now, you leave after the show. You're already packed. Don't worry about all that stuff. It's taken care of. You're going to the airport and you're going to fly somewhere with the fam. Where are you going?
Japan.
Oh, very nice.
I'm a weeb.
I would love to do that as well. I'm afraid they won't have any place. I'm 6'6". The bunkage that they have there to sleep at, I don't know that I'd have to push like 4 of them together, maybe, or something. I don't know.
I could put a futon on the floor.
There you go, something like that.
There you
Very very interesting. I love that.
All right, this
Tone,
is
your
more
turn.
of a boomer kind of question, but phone calls or text messages?
Text messages.
Flying or driving?
Driving.
Ooh, why?
I don't know. Just the process of being able to see everything while you're going,
Yeah.
and being in like total control of the travel.
Yeah. If you have to lose a sense, would you rather keep sight or sound?
Sight. Only because I there's so many beautiful things to see in the world.
Definitely. And
You can still
won't be
feel
able to see
music.
Japan.
Yeah.
Laundry or dishes?
Like to do them?
Yeah, which one do you want?
Dishes.
Yeah, she's got 4 stepchildren. So I would not want to do laundry. This is probably easier.
Probably a shorter, it's a one-time through. You get everything through, and then there you go. The laundry is
Put
going
them
to
in
be
the dishwasher.
ongoing.
Rinse them, throw them in the dishwasher.
Yep.
And you're done. Out to eat or delivery?
Out to eat.
Where's your favorite place to
Delivery.
go?
Oh, there's a place called Yamashin, and it's a sushi place. It's really good. And then they
I
have
love me
awesome
some sushi.
service. They bring you free stuff all the time. And you're like, oh, thank you.
Is there a particular kind of roll or particular kind of sushi that you favor over others if you could pick one that you wanted?
Oh yeah. Anything with the tuna in it. Pretty
That's
much.
me.
Or
Spicy tuna or just like
spicy tuna.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. There we
Yes.
go.
Spicy tuna just hits right, man. I love that stuff. All right. Glass half full or empty?
I had to pick one. It's both, depending on if they filled the cup or if you've drank out of the cup.
So we have a left brain here analyzing what's going on.
Zombies or vampires?
Vampires.
Yeah,
Zombies
vampires
creep me
are
out.
Yeah, they're a little creepy, especially if you watch like Walking Dead.
So if you watch Vampires, did you watch the it was filmed out in Western Washington State?
Oh, that stupid glowy one? No.
Twilight?
No, not the
Oh my
glowy.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
The vampire glistening in the sun. I had to sit through that with my oldest daughter when those movies were out, and I'll never forget being in the theater and him taking off his shirt in the sun, and I was like, he's glistening, and I'm sitting there going,
bedazzled
why
or
am I
something.
here? I'm like, thank goodness I'm with my kid. I have to watch this. I had to endure this. It was the most stupidest that movie.
I was really hoping you gave that answer. I thought it would be. That's why I safely asked the question. I thought it was safe to ask the question. At
And then
least.
you had to be on team. What were their names?
I don't remember. The werewolf and the vampire.
Yeah, you were either team
names.
werewolf or you're either team vampire, and it's like, oh my goodness, which one do you guys like?
Is there like a vampire movie out there that you would recommend, or what's your favorite representation of vampires?
Wow, I love like the Queen of the Damned.
Okay.
I've read. Yes. That was one of my favorite movies. I used to like know the entire script of it. Yeah, it was awesome. I even read the books to the series behind those movies, and I absolutely love them.
Have you ever seen The Lost Boys?
I have, a long time ago.
That's my favorite. That movie is scary but dope.
So
It's
scary.
an 80s movie. I'm actually shocked that you said you saw that.
They came out with a show though on Netflix, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lost Boys is my favorite. I love Lost Boys. Great vampire flick.
Us boomers don't keep up very well with with current stuff. That's why we do a
No.
show about current stuff. So we can figure out
Like the
what's
most
going
current
on.
vampire thing I know, I think, was Twilight.
Ooh.
Or Blade. I love Blade. Wesley Snipes. Ooh.
Oh yeah, Blade.
Ooh.
Blade is an awesome
Yeah.
one.
All right, ready? Pause time or rewind time?
Rewind time.
Wow. Okay.
What does it say? Store where every item is free, or a restaurant where every dish is calorie free.
Ooh.
The restaurant with calorie free.
Loose guidelines or clear directions?
Clear directions.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to know what I'm doing and how I'm getting there.
Well,
I
how
don't
you
want
broke
just
down the glass half full or empty, I was betting you would go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the path. Let me go.
Yeah. Tell me what you want, I'll do it.
There you go.
Tell me more about pause time and rewind time. That's kind of deep. So you said rewind time. Why would you rewind time?
There are so many things that I could have done and should have done in my past. And things that I should have, told people and didn't get the chance to tell them before they were gone.
I got you.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. All right. Mittens, we've wrapped up our questions for you today. Do you have any questions for us?
Will Peter take his shirt off?
That would be a great opportunity. Maybe
would
by
be-
the end of
yeah,
the show, he can do that.
Wonderful. That is a wonderful idea. I have him in my ear. He's saying that he will.
This just
Wait, what?
in, part of the noobs. Peter will be taking his shirt off at Mittens'
Yes.
request.
Yes.
Thank you, Mittens, for putting that out there. That's a great question. I'm glad that
we
Glad that you asked
appreciate
it.
that answer.
So we're gonna plug the Mittens socials here a little bit. I think she's got her link tree. We're gonna throw up in the chat. Mittens, this time is yours. Talk about yourself. Tell us how we can find you, where we can look for you, all that good stuff.
Well, my link tree is in chat right now, so if you would just click on there, you'll find pretty much all my socials there. You can find me here on Twitch, Mittens13. I stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time, so y'all can catch me then. I'm in Discord multiple times, so you can catch me in there too. And I'd love to meet you all and maybe game with you soon. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for being a guest on the show. It's been a great
pleasure.
experience. It's been a pleasure, like Tony said. And keep gaming. Keep gaming. It's a lot of fun. Definitely have a great interaction with your chat again. I'll say that. And look forward to being in your next stream.
Yep. And Mittens plays a variety of games. Like she's not just a one game person. She plays all kinds of games. You'll never catch her playing the same game all the time. And she likes to complete, like she said. So watch. If you like variety and you like, somebody that can kick butt in some games and have a good time and actually talk to you in the stream.
Yeah.
Follow
Currently
her.
playing Halo for the first time in the series. So
Yep, I've watched that too. Yep.
Yeah, you were just
I'm always in there. Sometimes you don't even know I'm there, but I'm watching.
The flood scares me so much.
All right, Mittens, thanks so much for being part of the show. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And everybody, thanks, Mittens, for being here. Go follow her. Go check her out. All right, everybody, on to gaming news. All right, so here we go. Raven Software confirms Season 6 will be the last Warzone set in Verdansk. So this is it. If you want to play in Verdansk, if you want to drop in Verdansk, this is it. This is your last opportunity. Season 6 just started, I believe, last Thursday. Not this Thursday, but a week before. And there's a new map out for it. We're going to show some pictures here in just a moment. The new Vanguard launch is going to be set for the Pacific. So for some fans, it'll come as a relief because Verdansk, they've showed some different things, right? You can see some pictures right now of Pacific and a much different map setting than Verdansk. They've done some things too, like the 1980s reskin. It was kind of cool. We saw Rambo come in, and then of course they sold skins for it. John McClane came in. It does some things to keep it fresh, but we'll just call it what it is. It's time for a new map. And all I'd play is Rebirth anyways, so this might get me back into the big Warzone map just with some different scenery. So check that out when when Vanguard comes out, Warzone's going to change. And if you like Verdansk, get your drops in now, because come November, you won't be dropping there no mo.
Yeah, I
Warzone's
might have to get in on it.
Why not?
Because right now with the cheating and all the other stuff, and everybody knows the maps, and everybody's always sniping, I don't like it. But there's a new map, nobody knows it. Nobody's gonna know what's going on in it, and it gives me a chance to jump in and maybe play and actually have some fun.
Absolutely. It's a brand new map for everybody, right? So all of us will have the same learning curve. Those that play the game, 12 hours a day, every day of the week, they'll eventually get up on us. But originally, we'll have the same shot as anybody else does in there. And then,
Yeah.
and a little tease here. I didn't want to talk about it today because there's not enough new information about it yet. But Call of Duty did come out this week and say, "Oh, we have a new anti-cheat." So I don't want to give them credit for anything. It's just a funny statement, right? Until I see it actually out there and it's a noticeable difference, that's when you'll hear about it here on the Part of the Noob Show. Otherwise, consider yourself informed of what Call of Duty has said about their new anti-cheat. They even gave it a name.
I changed my mind. I don't want to play now.
Like, whatever.
Because they're lying.
Not even going to cover that. You've seen the coverage for that here on the PTN show. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Riot Games, they disabled the all chat apparently recently to due to toxicity in League of Legends. League of Legends. If you know League of Legends, it's always like one of the top games on Twitch streaming wise. It's been for 25 years, however long it's been out. That game is just widely popular, always will be. But Riot is disabling the all chat feature in League of Legends match made queues because players are continuing to complain about it being used for verbal abuse, especially increasingly this year. With a lot of people home for the pandemic, a lot more people playing online, a lot of people talking crap, or I like to call them keyboard warriors and stuff like that.
I had one of those the other day.
You did. And I came to your defense. League of Legends game director Androy Van Roon said, while all chat can be a source of fun social interaction between teams as well as some good-hearted banter right now, negative interactions outweigh the positives. We will evaluate the impact of this change, though, through verbal abuse reports, penalty rates, as well as surveys and the direct feedback. This is kind of a test run. Opposing players will still be able to hear and see emotes and champ mastery, and unless players are muted. And HTE post game, which, by the way, if you're playing a game and you don't want to hear people and you know they're toxic, immediately mute them immediately. That's why we used to do that back in the days of Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty, and basically any game. I used to, as soon as I got into the lobby, I muted everybody. The only person I wanted to hear was people on my team that were actually talking to me, or that are my friends, or if they weren't and they're playing music and doing stupid stuff, I would mute them immediately. So just mute people, because you just don't want that negativity in your life. But anyways, team chat will continue as to function as usual. Van Roon goes on to say, we know that this sucks for those of you who just want to compliment your lane opponent's skin or ask or dance or for a dance party in Baron Pit, but we believe the trade-off is worth it to cut down on the growing negativity all chat has been creating in games. And that's given, people. When people start to hear stuff like that and it continues to happen, they're not going to want to play your game. And so for League of Legends to come out and just do that immediately, that's awesome. That's an awesome game developer. That's why that game is so popular. That's why that game is so good. It's why it does well on Twitch, because they hear the community and they act. Listen, Twitch. Listen to that, Twitch. That's all I got to say.
Nothing wrong with having some being able to hear some of the opponents and whatnot. It can be cool, but if it's a toxic environment, nobody wants to be part of that. It's like when I play Apex Legends, I always mute the players in the game. Number one, because I'm unsure what they're going to say in my stream to start with. And we just use Discord to just mute all. And whoever is gaming with me in the Discord, that's why I'm going to limit it to, because as a streamer, I'm kind of PG-13 and I don't want to hear all that crap. It's enough we get it in the chat. Quite another thing to have voice penetrating your stream. So,
yeah. Not only that, it's like people coming in, like the other day, you actually had someone playing music and then just talking crap. But why do you come into a stream why do you come into a game, playing a game, you're trying to play a game, and everybody has to hear your music you're listening to? Nobody wants to hear that. if you want to talk and do call outs or say, hey, somebody's over here, or I got killed over here, or somebody's over
Yeah,
there, okay, that's fine. But like to sit there and play music that you don't even know if somebody wants to hear that music. Like it's just the
I did.
stupidest. I never understood why people come in playing loud music and think that's cool.
Yeah,
It just baffles. Maybe it's just I'm old. I don't know, but I find that the most uncool thing you can do. Like it really makes my hair. I watched your stream and my hair stood up because I was angry. I wanted to kill that kid. I was mad.
Tony, did you ever have a car with beats in it growing up?
I did.
Okay, I did too. So this is I just kind of had an epiphany here. It's kind of a conversation. It's like modern day beats to play your loud music in game chat where other people can hear you. Whereas we
Yeah.
were blaring as we were rolling our vehicle, right? In
Yeah.
older days. Not to say it doesn't happen now because it does. But that is that modern day, you know, thumping the beats, if you will.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
I don't know about the
Well, I
term.
never did that. When I was younger, I didn't do the whole system out the car thing. I always tried to make it so that the system only I can hear it in the car. But it was bassy, but only me in the car, people in the car can hear it. Now, if you open the windows, yeah, you're gonna hear it. But I'm an air conditioning kind of guy, so
I always said the system was so powerful you were going to hear it whether you wanted to or not.
yeah, I didn't like to do that because I lived in really bad neighborhoods and people would follow you and try to steal your stuff
Yeah, you don't
after
want
you
to
park.
advertise. And that
Yeah,
was
no,
always
no.
that was always a suggestion is like make sure you turn the stereo off at least a mile before you get home because
Yeah,
you don't want to bring that to your doorstep.
no, no.
All right. So we heard about the Twitch breach. We talked about it last week, right? It's been the spark of a lot of different conversation. A lot of different things have come out about it. And we have a couple things we want to talk about today. But this story from Brendan Sinclair, managing editor of GameIndustry.biz, along with the previous story, is reporting in the wake of a massive security breach at Twitch, former employees have told The Verge, if you guys are familiar with The Verge, that the streaming platform management was slow to address concerns and regularly neglected to disclose security issues. Shocker, right? The overall feeling is that the company management was largely and widely unconcerned about security and safety issues. One source told Twitch recently, or I'm sorry, Twitch regularly opted not to disclose security issues, including at least one instance when the problem made streamers vulnerable to scam artists and resulted in compromised accounts. Another source that worked at the company between 2017 and 2019 said the staff would pose constant questions and discontent about the regular moderation failures on the site. Twitch has recently been given, they given more control over our chats and whatnot, and learned over the past few weeks that their continuing lack of concern for preventing these issues in real time, much less proactively. It's stunning, right? You have such a large company. You've got all this and all these people's information out there. I got the email from Twitch yesterday, and they're like, "Oh well, I'm sure you've heard about the recent breach. Blah blah blah. No people's real names were given out, just your usernames along with your date of birth.
Yeah.
Because when you're an affiliate and you're looking for payout, you have to provide information. Oh, so yeah, we didn't give any of that stuff out. It was just the username of the channel and the date of birth. It wasn't your real name. I don't believe that for a second, Tony. What do you think?
It just we were just what was I just saying about Call of Duty and Activision and how they're saying they have a cheat and then are the anti-cheat
Mm-hmm.
and it's just talk because you know what? Let's say we do. Let's say we have something. Let's say we're fixing it so people will use our platform or people will buy our games. And it doesn't surprise me. Let's just sweep everything under the rug. We won't. We'll pretend. We'll make it. We'll pretend that this didn't happen.
Right.
And we'll just sweep down the rug. Oh, some people lost their account. Oh, some people had some breaches and there's some issues. Let's not mention this right now.
No.
Until something maybe bigger happens. But let's just mention. And guess what? Something big happened. And now they're struggling. And now all this stuff comes out. It's like it doesn't surprise me. It's just a company trying to make money, and they don't care who they have to step on or who it affects in the long run, who it affects, like us, the users who have to do this. And now our personal info gets leaked because of some people that don't want to pay attention to something that's going on. Should have addressed the situation before
Right.
You see that, address it, because you know it can get worse. It's only going to get worse. If you give somebody just a little bit of an inch, they're going to take what? A few feet, miles. They're going to take what they can. You gave them people an inch, and now they look what they did. And it's like, you should know better. Grow up, be an adult. You should know better.
I got a hot take about this, and it's not about Twitch. My hot take is for YouTube. YouTube, what the heck are you waiting on? Google. You have an amazing platform. You got the power of Google. So this goes right at Google and YouTube, PTN show. What are you waiting on? Gifted subs, raids, all the things that makes Twitch what it is, that keeps people on Twitch and off of your platform. Why aren't you doing something? We want to come to you. We want to stream on your platform, but we're stuck dealing with Twitch because you want to do a couple of simple things to bring us over? Come on, baby. I want to do all my stuff through YouTube. I want to stream on YouTube. I want to continue to put my shorts out, my longer form videos out on YouTube. Please make the changes. Make it easier to clip during a stream. When you clip during a YouTube stream right now, it pops up a window and you've got to edit the clip right then and there, right? Twitch, I push the button on my stream deck. I go back after the stream. I cut it how I want to, and that's that. Very simple things. You've got the power of Google. Make it happen, YouTube. All right. My blood pressure is going to go back down now. I'm going to fade back. We can move on to the next thing unless you got something to say, Tone.
No, I'm through. I've had enough of Twitch. Like they're just stupidity. Mm-hmm. It's just nothing else to call it, but it's stupidity. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense because it doesn't. All right, moving on. Chinese state media calls for closure of gaming restrictions. Basically, it's Chinese media snitching. And you'll find out a state-owned newspaper in China, meaning government-owned newspaper in China, the People's Daily, the official newspaper of the Communist Party, has drawn attention to loopholes in the recently introduced restrictions for online gaming and has urged for them to be closed. It states that on some online trading platforms, there are game account rental and sales business where users can bypass the supervision by renting and buying accounts and play online games without restrictions. The article also encouraged families and schools to help enforce the new restrictions, noting that some minors use their parents' accounts or their information to register new ones, since adults are not affected by the time limits. Gaming companies have been asked to actively fulfill social responsibilities and be responsible for the healthy growth of the next generation. So basically, they're finding the newspaper or they're finding out that kids are using the parents' accounts because obviously they can't use theirs to game, so they're using the parents' accounts to game. The parents are obviously letting them, or they don't know about it. And the newspaper's snitching on them.
I hear that they're renting accounts too from other people. Like there's a web of renting accounts for the appropriate age so the younger ones can play.
You can't stop young kids from gaming. They're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to find ways, and they're going to continue to do it. Just ease up, China. My goodness, let these poor kids have a break. I feel I don't really want to make the show political because it's not a political show. It's a gaming show.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like China's quest is to always be the best. They want to beat the US. They want to beat every country. They always want to be the best country. And that's not political. That's just wanting to be the best.
Yeah.
But in their way of doing it, they want to force everyone to be what they want to be. And meaning their political leaders, their leaders, they want to be the absolute superpower. And in order to do that, they need everybody else to want to think like them. And they're trying to make and force people to think like them, including poor kids and gamers that just want to live their young childhood life. And I know as an American, we're free here, so it's different to think about that way because it's their country, their rules, their lifestyle. It's different than us. They're not the United States of America, and thank goodness that they're not. But I'm saying, like, they're not us, and I see what they're doing. They're just trying to force it, and they're trying to, but they're kudos to these kids for kind of bending the rules. I hope nothing happens to them because it is China, and you never know. But kudos to these kids for trying to show these leaders hey, we're not going to back down. We're going to play our games. We'll play our games under different accounts. We'll run accounts if we have to. And I'm proud of these kids. I just hope nothing happens to them because that's bad.
Yeah, the repercussions in China are probably a little more strict than they are here,
Okay.
given they kind of run everything. They're the judge, jury, and executioner. Um, Way to go, China! If you want to be competitive with the U.S., way to shut down your esports teams
Yeah,
because
that's
they're not
another
going to get
thing.
as much playing time this way,
Bye bye
which
esports. Bye
means
bye money.
might buy money from esports. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's crazy. It's just crazy
Yeah,
stuff. That
yeah.
kudos to the kids for figuring out a way to make it happen. I mean, you put a restriction in front of anybody, right? They're going to fight and claw to find a way to do it, right? And when the employees at work, you put them in a box. Nobody's going to stay inside the box. They're going to find a way out of the box, around the box, you know. And this is just human nature at its finest, working around it and finding some creative ways to do so.
It's the "I'll show you" model. I
Hmm.
love that. I love the "I'll show you" model. Like somebody tells me I can't do something, I'm like inside my mind immediately goes to "I'll show you." And I'll do it. I'll figure out a way and I'll do it. And then when I do it, you'll see that I did it.
It motivates people.
Yep.
All right, moving on. I told you we'd have some more Twitch-ish news about the hack. So Amazon could be Valve's only serious challenger. We learned with the hack that their code name, I believe it's Viper, or Vapor, something like that. We're going to learn a little bit more of that right now. The story is originally from Rob Fahey with GameIndustry.biz. It's been a roller coaster week for Amazon Games, right? You had the launch of the new MMORPG titled New World that has caught Twitch by storm. Everybody's playing it. It's frying GPUs. It's all kinds of craziness, right? Enormous interest initially in the game resulted in overloaded servers and long queues for its players. I remember when people started playing this, they were queuing like 300, 400 and some people back just to get in the game. They're literally waiting hours to get in this game, which wasn't a great look for the world's leading provider of cloud services, right? Maybe a positive sign for games in the future, but a big deal for the Amazon division that had previous efforts in majority and not to even make it to the starting line. Most recent no show being Crucible, which got outright canceled after a poor reaction to its beta launch last year. We've been talking about beta testing. We did that last week. Sometimes games die in beta. It is what it is. In spite of recent Twitch data breaches, all that's unfolded thus far, Amazon continues to have a confusing history of what they want to do related to gaming, right? After acquiring Twitch in 2014, it's never seemed like the company had a clear path forward where there was going to be a gaming strategy, if you will, right? One thing that the Twitch link is confirmed is Amazon is actually doing something or preparing something in the background of the gaming space, right? We learned about that, mentioned earlier. Vapor is the code name for it. It's real, and it looks to be a real player with Valve who runs the Steam platform. Everybody's downloaded games from Steam. We love the Steam sales. Valve is the company that owns Steam. So when you get your receipt back and says Valve says thank you for spending money on their platform, that's who actually owns Steam, if you didn't know that. All of a sudden, there's a clear focus on the impact that Amazon could have on the PC game market very soon. Twitch is at the heart of these intentions, right? And these ambitions by Amazon. Well, it doesn't seem likely that Steam can be brushed aside, given the current stranglehold on the PC game market, because it's huge, right? We talk about Steam all the time in sales. Anytime. Like Steam's a dangerous place. I'll go in there I'm looking at my desktop right now. I see all these games over here that I've downloaded from Stream or bought at a very inexpensive price. I didn't crack them open yet. They're still sitting here, right? So they've got a stranglehold on this market already. However, Amazon is looking to continue to produce games in its gaming division, utilize Twitch to push these games, and get a different type of control possibly on the market. Even if New World's popularity fizzles a bit, it'll still be streamed all over on Twitch, pulling those gigantic audiences in every day watching New World as people are streaming it. The connection that's going to matter here is that as gamers watch the games on Twitch, there's potential for Vapor to sell them the game while they watch. This is the game changing part of this. Steam doesn't have any kind of a streaming platform where it can advertise its games. A literal transaction that would come from the stream itself. So this is going to be Amazon and Twitch's play. They get Vapor rolling. you're going to be able to, instead of, going out to Steam or something, while you're watching the streamer play the game, you'll be able to click and download that onto your computer. That brings a different angle to this game. Challengers have tried to unseat in the Steam in the past. Can't talk this morning, but none of them has the power to integrate this potentially very disruptive, market altering scenario. Right? You're watching the game, you could buy it in real time. Other stores like Epic, right? Epic's real big about giving the free games out. Here, come see us. We'll give you this for free. Yeah. They've struggled to gain traction and goodwill because the creators don't understand the important distinction that they thought the battle worth fighting is on the supply side, and almost putting almost all of its efforts on being appealing to creators. However, it's failed to pay enough attention to the demand side of the work and the harder task of wrestling the customer base away from Valve or Steam. It's not enough just to be popular with the game. The Amazon Twitch Vapor project has something that Epic has never had: a gigantic built-in customer base. So it remains to be seen, right, is when is Vapor going to be implemented? When is it coming? We just happened to find this out through a hacker leak. Who knows how far down the line they are with this? It could come out by Christmas. It could be 2 years from now. By then, I think Twitch will be. Oh man, I just pray that YouTube gets something going so that Twitch can go verklempt. Bye-bye. See ya. By that time. But this could potentially wreak havoc on competition in the marketplace and make a marketplace that's already super good with Steam very competitive. What do you think about this, Don? That's a lot of information, and this could really just set a bomb in the market for this. What do you think?
For newer PC players, it might be cool, because they don't know how good Steam is. And real quick, Steam actually, you can stream on Steam. I don't know if you know this, but you can actually stream on Steam. So they have a streaming platform for themselves. Like, you can actually watch people stream on there. I've done it. It's nothing great. It's just it's nothing. It's just literally just somebody watching you. You can talk to them, like they can chat and like a little chat thing on there. But it's nothing. No raids or anything. They did it just
cloud there then, for sure.
Yeah, I think they do it just so that you can watch the game and see the gameplay of the game, so that maybe if you want to buy it, you can buy it, kind of thing. Or you can watch your friends. Like, you can stream just for your friends. Like, kind of like how Discord has a stream service on the Discord, where you can stream to your friends. You can do the same thing with Steam. But it's nothing really big. But
they sure don't advertise it, right?
Yeah, but I don't think Amazon is Steam. Like, they can't do, if you're like an old school like PC player and you're like a person that's been on Steam for a while, like us and like some other gamers, obviously. The Steam library and Steam and Valve does a great job of always updating games, always keeping games up to date. They keep the servers like taken care of. They do a great job of customer service. So Steam's free. You can have Steam for free. You can do whatever you want, and sometimes they have free games too. They have software. They have other stuff that you can do on there. But the best part about Steam is the fact that they cater to the gamer. So they do everything for you. They do everything to better your gaming experience on Steam, whether it be the sales, whether it be taking care of servers, whether it be taking care of the game, always updating. And also they're going to be around. Like, they're very how do you say
stable?
They're always consistent. I'm sorry. That's the word I'm looking for. They're extremely consistent. And everything is about you. You know what I mean? Like, your experience with them all the time. They even survey everything. They have all kinds of reviews and things you can do on there. There's so much for gaming on Steam that I don't think Amazon can handle that. They're going to treat it like it's the Amazon freaking store where anybody can review it and say things. They're paying people to do it probably. And you don't get that with Steam. People are giving honest reviews on Steam about a game, and they'll literally tell you how they feel about a game, and Steam lets that go. Steam lets everything go with that. And it's just so much more customability with the way they handle things and everything. Steam is just the ultimate. So I don't think Amazon has to come out with something that Steam doesn't have. And on top of that, be able to constantly always make your people happy. And Twitch doesn't even do that. So how is Amazon gonna do that with a Twitch platform for gaming? It's not gonna happen. Steam is always about the customer.
Speaking from our perspective, we're boomers, right? We understand what that is.
Yep.
But there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of new gamers that are born every day that watch Twitch, that watch this stuff. And the generation, like millennials nowadays, sorry, millennials, I'm going to talk about you a little bit here, but you're all about instant gratification, right? Want it now. And you've grown up with this stuff like in your back pocket. Like Tony and I, we've grown up, this stuff has evolved as we've come along, right? Allegiance or loyalty is not really there. That stuff doesn't happen out of this group. So I would argue that because of the thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of people growing up and get to this age group, not all of them's going to have the same sense that you and I do, Tony, that we value those things, right? And that's why we'll stick with using Steam, because it is such a structured, reliable, great customer service, everything we want out of a service company. And that's not the way everybody thinks about it. In the gaming world, the population is changing. We're getting to be the older minority of the gaming world, whereas Twitch is flashy, it's up front, right? I think they do stand a great opportunity from just that newer customer base to get in there. Now they'll have the opportunity to lose them as well, and that's where Steam's got to step in, right? As Twitch messes up or as Amazon messes up, and they will. It's guaranteed. There, we have a story every week about Twitch doing something stupid, right? It's like it's a theme in our show. Okay, now time for, we almost, instead of gaming news, we should almost have a segment we do where did Twitch screw up this week, right? Because it's guaranteed every week there's going to be something there. But I think that's the struggle that Steam's going to have to do, is they got to put themselves out there a little bit more to this younger audience. The fact I didn't even know, you just educated me. I didn't know you could stream on Steam. I just flat out said it a few moments before. Like, you can't even do that, right?
They don't
I didn't know.
tell anybody really. It's not an advertised thing. It's kind of like Steam has always been that way. It's been they say it, but they don't they don't like advertise it. They're not big on that because I think they know that their platform is so good to people that are on it that they don't have to, I guess.
They were a referral based system more than a put themselves out there kind of system. And that's worrisome to me because of the the age group that comes up now are so impressionable and so easily.
Well, they love Twitch and they love the idea of this money and streaming and all that stuff. And so anything new, they like it, But like some things like Steam, I just think Steam always wins in the end because they just, like I said, their consistency basis always like overshadows. And I don't think Twitch or a Amazon based gaming thing can keep up with the with games like that. I just feel like something's gonna go wrong where they can't keep up with the gaming, like the updates and all the things that you need to do to make. It's not just about what you have; it's about how you operate after people have bought the games, or people experience it. And it's not just like just having the stuff. You gotta actually, keep maintenance on it. And I don't think I don't think Twitch is any bit good of maintenance. Like, they've proven it. They're not good at maintenance. They can't even maintenance their chat. How are they going to maintenance a bunch of people buying all different kinds of games?
I agree.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I mean, if it works out, hey, great. But for me, I'll continue to use Steam.
Right. I think we know where we're gonna be. Right. Yeah. But where are those millions of new users going to be? Time will tell, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from gaming news, going to give you a little bit of an esport update here. Kind of light on the news this week because we had some unfortunate things in the VCS. But first up, Formal confirms a return to professional Halo has been offered. So a few weeks back, legendary player of COD, Matthew Piper, aka Formal, retired from the COD League. If you remember when we were talking about kind of the thanks to him that we did a few weeks back, he started off as a competitive Halo player. What's getting ready to come back? Well, Halo Infinite's just around the corner. So he's already been offered. He's not going to say who, but I'll break that down for you because it's definitely known what this looks like. As Halo Infinite launches this year in the competitive league for that, the offer purportedly didn't come from Optic. Piper said in a recent Twitch stream, as he's big streaming Valley on Twitch, it seems his decision to accept hinges on whether he can still be part of the Optic organization. So he's got love for Optic. He's been around Optic forever. He doesn't want to lose that distinction. So far, there have been 9 teams unveiled as the founding partners of the Halo Infinite Championship Series. It's a go. This is happening. It does include former COD team Envy, right? Even though Formal doesn't provide the name, it'd be an easy scapegoat to position him to remain as Optic content creator and a competitor for Envy, right? As we learned a few weeks ago, Envy and Optic are looking to merge their COD League scene ahead of the Vanguard season. We talked about Dallas Empire and Optic Chicago coming back to be Optic Dallas or whatever is going to happen. We learned, some players aren't going to be part of the Dallas Empire going forward, and what that all looks like with Formal stepping out and an Envoy going on to the new team from Optic. So, you know what? This could actually work. We can see Formal become a creator for the joint team, right? And therefore, he'll have the ability to have a contract under Envy and Optic, allowing him to compete at the professional level of Halo. So this is kind of very fortunate for him. The esports team he used to compete with in Halo is actually kind of coming together with the Optic brand at the same time. So he can still be part of the community he's been part of and continue to do the Hex podcast, stuff like that, right? And then compete again in a game he hasn't competed at for a long time. And I think he hasn't said it officially yet, but this is really cool. Formal's not gone. We're going to see him in a different game. I think people will like that. I'm definitely interested in watching the Halo Infinite Championship Series. So we're going to cover it here in the part of the Noob Show because I'm going to bring it into the conversation. This was a great franchise. The whole competitive scene with it, playing against friends and that kind of stuff was something I really enjoyed. So because this is your favorite category now on our show, Tony, what do you think about this?
It's cool. I think, hey, if you get a chance to make money both ways from 2 different teams, or you got a chance to make money in general and doing something you love, especially something that you started playing, why not? Kudos to you, man. Do it. Will that be the first person to make double paychecks?
Well, everybody, not really, because every competitor that's in the COD League streams, right? So that's already there. But it's just unique because Team Envy is who he would play for in Halo, right? I don't think Optic has a team, but he's been such a part of the Optic brand for a long time. He does not want to lose that clout or distinction, right? Because you can show up in COD League anywhere and you'll find Optic fans. I hate to say this because it's not the same thing, but if you think about the Los Angeles Lakers, the New York Yankees, teams that have Dallas Cowboys, teams that have huge following, obviously the COD League, you can't go out there and overspend for players, right? So it's not about that. It's not like the Yankees or the LA Dodgers went out and spent money on half the league's free agents to move on to playoffs. Nothing. I'm sorry, I'm done. I'll stop with the sports talk. It's just an analogy though. But the impact and the strength of the Optic brand is so huge. That's something he would probably, if he couldn't do this, I guarantee you he would not move forward playing competitive Halo because the money and the clout of being part of the Optic gaming group is so strong.
Yeah. How old is Formal?
Wanting to say he's in his early 30s. I can fact check on that, but he's late 20s, early 30s.
Good for him.
This guy's making bank. We talked about the kind of money that he was making. I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that he's at the point right now in his professional gaming career that he could probably do anything. If he wanted to stream on Twitch, he'd probably make good money. If he wants to make YouTube videos, he's going to make good money because people, he has a following and people know him from esports and stuff like that. And he could probably do both COD and Halo and make money, especially with Halo Infinite coming out. He's probably going to he can make bank doing whatever he wants, man, and getting those sponsorships because he already has them. You know what I mean?
I thought he might try to play. I thought he might try to play competitive Valorant because that's all he streams. He is nails.
Well, there you go.
Think he was a good COD sniper? He is nails at Valley, and I really thought that he'd get into that.
So if he's playing that now too, sky's the limit. This dude is going to be making, he's going to be doing what he wants. He can do whatever he wants and make good money doing it. And kudos to him, man. Good for him, man. Having a good career in gaming and stuff like that.
Isn't it nice to retire from one esport and pick another one up and still content create at the age of 26?
I would love to interview him and ask him if he's an I'll show you guy.
I think he probably is. And he's also got some of that confidence on his shoulder too. A younger Formal was kind of a cocky Formal. I'll just be honest.
Yeah.
He's grown up since then, and he kind of picks his shots when he does that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was reading back when he retired and everything, and the first time that he played Scump on the opposite team, before it was a championship event, before they went out there on the floor, they play up on the stage. He looked at Scump and he's like, "Hey, get ready. This is the first time you're going to play and lose to me on a big stage in front of thousands of people." You know what Scump did? They went out and 3-0'd him. They killed him. They wiped the floor with him. But he had that kind of like a cocky attitude, which is that's fine for a gamer. Like, whatever. You got to have some. If you don't have some about yourself, just be able to back it up, right? But December 19th, 1994 was his date of birth. 94. He's only 26 years old. And look at the world he has in front of him. It's just
94. That's when I graduated high school. I'm just going to put that out there for the world to know. I graduated high school in 1994.
I was a freshman in high school in 94.
Whew. Craziness.
How times have changed. And China wants to limit their kids from making money in esports and doing that. Great job, China.
Great
Take
job.
my shot lots there. One more piece of esports. I had planned to cover a lot more. We know the last chance qualifiers have been going on for the Valley Championship Series. We're going to put a graphic up here on the screen. I'm going to, for lack of better words, read it to you. Official statement out from Valorant. Given the events of the past few days, an abundance of caution with the health and safety of all involved being top of mind, we made the difficult decision to postpone the event until further notice. Player and staff safety remain our top concern as we navigate the current situation. We share the community's disappointment and are working diligently to transition LCQ to an online event similar to the Valorant Champions Tour matches earlier this year, and resume play as soon as possible to send our final team to Valley Champs. We'll share more details as they become available. So the North American team is shut down right now. No updates yet. Looks like 100 Thieves had won their first couple games. They took out Gen G and XSET, and they were on Gen G, and XSET had to move down to the losers bracket. We didn't even get some first round events, so I'm guessing something COVID related came into play here. FaZe was getting ready to play. FaZe was the next match actually, and then they called it. But 100 Thieves, I've already moved ahead a couple rounds there. So we'll figure out what happens, because this is the LCQ, right? So you get they have LCQs around different areas or different regions within Valley, and in the North American one, the one that's in our backyard here, is on pause. So this is the last chance for one team that wins this final tournament to go to champs to get paid in December. So heart goes out to those guys. Hopefully the online play won't screw with them too much, and they'll get this done. Because we're really looking forward to, after I've learned about this, this is the first year of Valley have a competitive scene, just like Halo will start later this year. And champs then will be in December. We'll be covering it here, and we'll definitely be watching it as we move forward. But that's all we got for esports today.
Right, now to your favorite portion of the show.
Yes!
Retro. It's Retro Corner time. All right, a few shows ago, I talked about this machine. It's called the Blaze Evercade. Mm-hmm. Well, the Blaze Evercade VS console has been delayed until December, which is great because, I've been buying things and, I've pre-ordered that thing. So, that it's delayed. It can stay delayed for a little while. I'm fine. I got tons of stuff I can play. But anyways, Blaze Entertainment has announced that its Evercade VS Retro console has been delayed slightly. The NES style system, because it kind of opens, you can put carts in there, which runs physical carts and is the home version of the popular Evercade handheld, was supposed to arrive in November, but would now launch in mid-December in a mid-December launch in Europe. A release window of December 8th through 17th has been given, but this is an estimate. North American customers will sadly have to wait until 2022, which I'm fine. I told you, I'm fine with the January 14th revised release date, which is fine by me. As long as I get it, I'm fine. But anyways, Blaze Entertainment Managing Director Andrew Byatt had this to say. Many people are aware of the increased pressure that has affected freight congestion at ports, and many people are aware of the increased the shipping lines to get stock around the world. Like many other companies, we have to rely on this infrastructure to get you your console. Over the past 3 months, this situation has become very challenging, and despite the best planning, we have not been able to find any way to improve outcomes. Sadly, that's not the end of the bad news. 6 new Evercade cartridges are also being delayed. They will ship alongside the new console. But they did offer some improvements and shared those as well. And the improvements are improved save game function with screenshots and the ability to delete save games, a new quick save function, and a load last save button to boot you directly to your last save game from the UI. New display modes, including pixel perfect aspect ratio, background bezels, and scanline filters, changeable on the fly. Detailed game information, including an introduction to the game and full control schemes on screen. Online updates, additional controller mapping themes, and background music are also included. So they did revamp the system, and that's probably why it's somewhat delayed. Not to mention the shipping that's going on. If you're not aware, there's ships everywhere docked outside the United States and everywhere. Period. They're just kind of holding them because they have nowhere to put the stuff to come, and they don't have any way of getting the stuff off, and there's not enough truck drivers to kind of deliver things. So that's kind of the state we're in. But like I said, if you have patience, your console, if you pre-order this, will come. And in my case, I do have this pre-ordered, and I can't wait to get it. It's going to be a really cool thing, and it's all licensed product. It's not emulated. They're real physical carts made with the real games. They're licensed games, and there are all kinds of different physical games you can play for it. And it's a really cool collection. If you're a collector like me, they come in nice boxes and everything like that. So it's really cool to collect. So it's going to be a good system. So stay tuned for that and see it. You know, if you want to get one, get one. It's like a $200 console, I think. So it's not bad, but it comes with a lot of really cool games you can play on it.
Cool.
Yeah. And GTA, moving on, GTA Remastered Trilogy is set to get a physical release in December, according to a new report. The story is done by Josh Coulson from The Gamer. .com. Rockstar finally confirmed its remastered trilogy of GTA games is real last week. We talked about that. That hasn't stopped the rumor mill about the games from turning, though. There comes a point when an unannounced game has leaked so many times, the studio just needs to confirm it officially exists. Whether it was the case for the remastered collection of GTA games revealed last week or not is unclear. However, Rockstar did finally confirm that GTA Trilogy, the definitive edition, really is happening. As for the minor details or even some major ones, well, there are still none. Pre-orders have hinted at how much it might cost. Now we're talking like PS5 and Xbox Series X, S. Basically, it's probably going to be $70, which everybody knows because every game on there is like $70. That price is yet to be confirmed, but everybody pretty much knows it's probably going to be $70. However, retail sources in Poland have claimed the trilogy's physical release will be here in time for the holidays, which would be really cool. It's going to be on PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch on December 7th, hopefully. A physical release for newer consoles will be apparently follow at some point in 2022. So PS5, Xbox Series X and S will get it in 2022, where we might get ours in December if you have a PS4, Xbox, PC, stuff like that, or Switch. And most likely the price is going to be around $60. That's what they're saying. Hopefully that's the case because I mean you're talking about 3 older games. I hope it's actually cheaper. I was hoping around the $50 range because you're getting 3 old games. Yes, the remastered, but 3 older games, and they're for an older gen console now. So you might as well just put it in at $50. So we'll see what the price point is for it, but I know that I'm getting it, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I really, really would love it if it was lower. But yeah, it's supposed to get a physical copy, which is, I mean, that's understandable because I wouldn't think that would be a digital release only, and it's going to be good for collectors to get it at a physical release anyways too. So I'll probably, like I said, I'm probably going to get it for all 3.
Yeah, they already made money off these games once. Now they're going to make money off these games again. At least make them affordable, right?
Yeah, definitely. And for moving on to tech talk, we have a very new Christmas thing happening. Well, I call it a Christmas thing, and I have one right here. Check this little thing out. So it's a Back to the Future tiny TV classic. It's you get to watch little scenes from Back to the Future, and this little tiny TV. And I'll put it up on we'll put it up on the screen there for people to see what it is. But basically, you get it's a little TV with a little remote control. And I haven't opened the box yet because I just don't want to. But it's a little collector series. Basically, they have Back to the Future. They have Batman, they have Friends, and they have South Park, and they're all from different genres, from the 60s, 70s, 60s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, I believe. So that's how they go. But you can basically change. There's little channels that you change, and it plays top scenes from these shows, and it's like a bunch of top scenes. I'm not sure how many in general there are. But it's a bunch of scenes, and it's like the coolest scenes, basically, the shows. And I had the Back to the Future one, given that I, of course, am a big fan of the 80s and a big fan of Back to the Future. And it's a really cool thing. I think these things, if you're a reseller or if you're a collector like me, you want to pick this up now while you can. It's at Walmart, and I'm not sure if it's a Walmart exclusive, but I know right now it's the only place I've seen it is Walmart. So you can pick it up. It's like $26 or $27. I think I paid for this, like total with the tax and stuff like that. But it's a really cool thing, and I think it's going to be a hit. Like, people are going to buy these and stock up on them because there's only 4 of them out right now. There's supposed to be other ones later down the road. I'm not sure which ones. They haven't said what movies or shows they're going to put later on down the road. But I really like the Batman one, and I love the Back to the Future one. So I might get the Batman one as well. Not really into Friends or South Park, but that's just me. But these are really cool things to collect, and I think they're going to be, if you like to resell, hold on to them, because you might make some good money in the future for them, especially if this is an exclusive. If this is a Walmart exclusive, usually those things sell like hotcakes, because you have to get them from Walmart, you have to hold on to them, and then people aren't gonna have them anymore, and that's when you can resell them. You can resell them for way more money than they're worth.
Like all these mini consoles of the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I made so many of them, and if you're trying to buy one of those now, they could be expensive.
Oh yeah, the NES Classic and the SNES Classic are expensive. They're like triple, almost double to triple the price of what you would to buy them now than what you would have bought when you bought them when they came out. It's crazy.
You're the one that taught me that. That's why my Genesis Classic is still in the box and hasn't been opened.
Yeah. It'll be worth a lot more money later because the Genesis was a good one too. The PlayStation one, but the Genesis and the SNES and the NES and the TurboGrafx one, all expensive.
Right on.
But moving on for Tech Talk, there's a new Game Boy Advance or Game Boy basically player, a Game Boy that lets you actually play on your PC. It's called the GB Operator. It lets you switch between Game Boy and PC with ease. So this is from the maker of Epilogue, not to be confused with Analog, right, who makes awesome products. I have Analog products, but Epilogue has adopted the slogan "No compromises" for his Operator series. The Romanian company's first effort is a strong entry into the field of retro gaming, although it's a very different product to anything Analog has produced, and one which may have limited appeal. Firstly, banish any ideas that this is a mini Game Boy emulation system that plugs into your TV like the Retron SQ. The GB Operator won't work without being connected to a PC, period. For starters, it requires the use of a downloadable .exe running on your computer to function in any way at all. The device works as a middleman, as an interface between your cart collection and tried and true Game Boy emulation, served up with a bespoke emulation wrapper on your PC. To reiterate, without the accompanying desktop app and some modest processing power from your PC, the GB Operator is simply a flashy-looking cart stand. Plug into your TV via USB and nothing will happen. Emulation is handheld via the open source MGBA by default, although you'll apparently be able to use whatever emulator you like in the future. Super Game Boy Enhanced games are flagged and play with added color, and everything worked beautifully in the game we tested. However, it quickly became apparent that basic features are missing with this beta version of the software. Expanded functionality is coming, but at the time of writing, They used version 0.7 and version 0.7.1. You're limited to playing in windowed mode, for example. As present, there is no options for save states, pausing, rewinding, or fast forwarding. There's no alternative color palettes to pick from or visual filters to cycle through either. Manufacturers of fake carts, though, have begun using more sophisticated techniques over the years, and it can be tough to spot a rogue repo in your collection, but the GB operator flags unofficial games as such. The app performs an integrity check and asks you if you'd like to progress if this check is failed. So this thing is pretty cool because yes, it connects to your PC. You can only play on your PC, but it has an integrity checker. So if you get a fake cart, if you're like a collector or somebody that likes to play Game Boy games, and somebody tries to sell you a fake cart or sells you a fake cart, this thing will check the integrity of it. Now there's other ways to check it. You can just open it up and look at it yourself if you know how to do that. But this thing, they're getting really good at making fakes. So this thing will check it for you, and it will tell you, hey, this thing's fake. And you can either, send it back to wherever you got it from, or I don't know, locate the person. So, hey, you sold me a fake cart and kicked their butt. I don't know. But this thing checks it for you.
I liked in the advertisement we saw that play in while you were talking through this, Tony. It said it's like a very nice marketing line. It said it's like a cartridge slot for your computer.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But it's really cool. I mean, if you want to play, a lot of people like playing on their PCs, and that means it'll give you a chance to stream it on your PC. You can stream. A lot of people stream from their PCs. They don't have little adapter things with HDMI's to put through a capture cards and things like that. People stream right through the PC. So if this is connected to the PC, you can stream it easily. It's already connected. You don't have to worry about anything, and you can play Game Boy games. A lot of people like that stuff, especially Pokemon. My goodness, Pokemon is so popular.
Yes, they do.
All right, moving on to game deals. Disco Elysium is now on the Nintendo Switch. If you're not sure what Disco Elysium is, it's a very highly rated RPG. Now, we had Mittens on the show, and she talked about how much she loves RPGs. I believe this is a game she would probably absolutely love. It's not the game for little kids. It's not a little kid RPG. I will tell you this. It's a grown adult RPG. It's one of those games with a lot of language. It's got a lot of tough language, but it's a fun game. And from what I've seen of it, and it's coming it's on the Switch right now for a price of $39.99, which isn't bad. I have it on Steam. I haven't played it yet, but I've been looking forward to it because this game has won multiple awards. It's one of the best, supposedly one of the best RPGs, and it's more because it features a no combat RPG. So basically everything events are resolved through skill checks and dialogue trees via a system of 24 skills that represent different aspects of the protagonist, such as his perception and pain threshold. So it's just a different game. A lot of it resolves around dialogue. Like there's so much dialogue in this game. It's almost like living like a whole Quentin Tarantino film, where everything resolves around the dialogue. If you ever seen a Quentin Tarantino film, you'll see how they just talk and talk and talk like Pulp Fiction, and then it becomes really cool how things happen in the short run, how things kind of progress through, forward, reverse, or whatever. It's kind of like that, where everything revolves around the dialogue. So I like that stuff. So if you have a Switch, check it out. If you don't, I'm not sure if a physical release will be of this game. They said it would be, but I'm not sure when that would be. But if it does, I'm definitely going to buy a physical release of this game. But right now, you can get it on the Switch for $40. You can get it on PC. I believe you can get it on PS4 and Xbox as well. So check it out. PS Plus members, moving on, will get double the free games in November. So PlayStation Plus subscribers will be swimming in free games next month as the normal number is getting doubled. To celebrate the PSVR 5th birthday, PlayStation announced that it will give away a trio of PlayStation VR games to PS Plus members. So that sucks if you don't have a VR, but these freebies will be in addition to the regular monthly lineup, which typically includes a PS5 game and 2 PS4 games. So subscribers will get 6 free games total. PlayStation hasn't revealed which PSVR games will be free, but we imagine they will be notable games given the occasion. The peripheral has built up quite the library. So if you don't have a PSVR yet, I would recommend get the games. Just get them. You don't have to even download them. You can just literally just get them. And then you always have them in your library. And if you ever do get a VR, then you can play them. 3 free games. So really cool.
Very cool. It's cool stuff as always.
Yeah.
Lots of cool stuff. So it's that time. Time to wrap up the show, right? time to talk about what we got going on here. Tony, you got anything planned for this week? Is it another work week? What's
It's
going
all
on?
work. Everything in my life is about work. All I do is work, work, work. It's like that Rihanna song. Work, 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 work. That's me.
Yeah, I get it. I'll be
Yep.
doing more of the same too. You know, get the work done, make sure the shorts are out, do a few streams, and that kind of stuff. And just going to be a normal week for me, hopefully. I'm just hoping for a normal week, not a week where you get extra hours of work, that kind of stuff, because I'm
Yeah,
salaried.
that sucks.
Doesn't make me any extra money for working extra hours. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully we can have a normal week this week. That'd be great. Producer, Pete, anything you got going on this week?
Shirtless producer, make Mitten's dream come true.
Should be shirtless.
No.
Oh,
What?
my goodness.
I heard it in my ear. I heard
Oh.
confirmation during the show that you would come on shirtless.
No.
You got the little bit of a little bit showing right here with the V-neck. So I'll
Yeah.
take it. I'll take it. I'll take
It's a little
it.
bit skin. I gotta show a little bit skin. Gotta keep
Ease.
you guys' attention.
Oh man.
As far as I go, not much going on. Obviously Geek Corner's it's a little bit of talk, just to explain that. It's a little bit of talk between me and Matt. We just decided to take an extended break. It will probably be back later. We're just not sure when. Other than that, you can catch me pretty much, I aim every Friday, 8 p.m. is a Bite of Terror, where I just get scared like crazy. They've been short streams. I think I'm going to do an extended stream next week, so stay tuned for that. I'm probably going to have to take a break at some point, but we'll take a break and then extend it, because I know a lot of people have been asking for a longer one. Other than that, just catch me when I go live anywhere on PeterBite __ is where you can get my information.
2 underscores.
2
not
underscores.
one. Okay.
I still can't
Cash
get them without
cash
the
them
underscores.
outside. Cash them outside. How about that?
Catch me outside. There is a PeterBite _. If you haven't missed a story, if you missed a story, I rated PeterBite _ once, not __. And I was very sad to see the PeterBite _ was offline. And I went to Pete's stream and I'm like, what the heck happened? Why aren't we? It's 2. I'm like, okay, all right.
I actually forgot about that.
There is a 1 _, but the _ is where you want to be.
I really tried to get it with no underscores, but people have the name, but they're not actively using it. So shockingly, I'm actually
You can
shocked
get
that
it.
no one's using it.
You can get
You
it.
can message message
Wait.
Twitch and get their account if they're not active. I've actually followed somebody that took his name or got his name because someone had it, and then they eventually, he kept writing in Twitch about it, and eventually they noticed that the person was never active with it, so he actually was able to get that account.
Yeah,
So
same
here's-
here. Mac Hoot with the Hoot Owls. He had to use Mac Hoot 1 because somebody had it and it was a dead account and he was messaging it. It took him a couple months, but they saw it was inactive and they gave it to him.
The only thing with that is I like to keep everything easy for everyone to find me. So that's why I got everything synced up that way. Whoa, I think.
Hence the _
Oh, yeah.
because that makes it easier.
Yeah, so it makes it easy for everyone to find me.
Right on. Well, thanks for all you did today to help put the show together. We had you jump through some hoops, Pete, so appreciate that. Tony, you had did you have something to say?
Yeah, we lost him for a second. There he is.
Oh, you lost me?
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was lost. Now
I heard
I'm
an
found.
and I thought that was you saying something, Tony. I was just pausing.
Oh, no.
You had something to say. If not, we'll go ahead and close it out here. Thanks everybody for being here in the live stream. Those of you that are watching YouTube later this week, we'll probably cut out the section of Mitten's interview and put that up separately on YouTube this week as well, so you can kind of feature in on her, give her some more spotlight as she is well deserving of it. It's that time where we're going to go ahead and raid. We raid out at every GGR show. We go past the loves off somewhere else. This week we're going to raid CPY NEX. He is a very strong Warzone player. He has a strong TikTok following out there. Does really great with those videos on IG as well. And he's ironically playing Warzone right now. He's playing in a $4,000 quads tourney right now. So we're going to go, hopefully not disturb him too much. But I did give him a heads up that we're on the way at some point. So let's go in there and show some love. If he's not able to immediately talk to us and jump all over us, Please understand, but he's in the middle of a $4,000 quads tournament right now. He was number 2, I believe, in the top 10 this week. And this guy, he absolutely shreds. This is an FPS shooter. It makes me wonder why he hasn't played maybe competitively, or if that's something he ever tried to do, because this guy's got a gun. Like, he gets accused of being a cheater quite a bit. But I've watched him play. This man's not cheating. This guy's he snaps the headshots fairly easily. He's got a really great line of sight with the gun, whatever gun he's using. So thanks again, everybody. We're gonna wrap up the show and go ahead and raid over there. Appreciate everybody that comes and stops by the show. We'll see you again next week for episode 17. Catch all the clips this week, shorts. We're on LinkedIn. We're everywhere. Check us out. We'll have a Mittens interview kept out this week too. You guys have a great weekend. We hope everybody the best, and we'll see you now.